Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Got another great video for you guys today. As usual, man, you guys know the deal on this channel, man. We must continue to set the record straight. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the facts. You guys know it, man. We must continue to stand up. Stop the lies. Stop the narratives. Stop them from rewriting the history, y'all. Y'all know the deal, man, for real. And in this video, guys, we're going to set the record straight about this LeBron James and him, quote unquote, shutting down Derrick Rose in the 2011 Eastern Conference Finals. We're going to really set the record straight on this, man, because, a lot of people like to hype up, like I said, that aspect, you know what I'm saying? That notion that LeBron James shut down Derrick Rose, and they really try to make it like an example of LeBron James and him being a great defensive player. But once again, like I've told you guys, it's LeBron James being, once again, inconsistent because, once again, LeBron James was able to shut down a Derrick Rose, they'll say, but then he couldn't contain a Jason Terry in the NBA Finals in the next round. We're going to talk about in this video. And you guys, I want to thank everybody out there, man, for real, man. Like you guys know, man, I am truly humble, guys, for real. Truly, truly humble for all the support, man. Much respect to everybody out there, man. Everyone across the world, everyone across the states, man. For real, man. You guys subscribing, liking my channel, man, liking my videos, commenting, sharing the info. For real, guys. It means a lot, man. Much respect to all you guys out there. Truly humbled. And you guys know what to do, man. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, one of the narratives, one of these things you always hear about LeBron James and his fan club when they try to hype up LeBron James's defensive skills. When we talk about LeBron James's lack of defensive greatness, his overall defense, right? LeBron James, to me, is not an all-time great defensive player. He's never been a great defensive player. He's been good, but he's never been great. Because to be considered a great defensive player, you must be consistent. Consistently great. And LeBron James hasn't been consistently great in his career, guys. He has not, which is why what? He's only made the all-defensive first team 5 times in 20 seasons, right? Going on 21. This goes to him not being consistent, right? We talk about the lack of effort, standing around, right? We talk about this on the channel. You guys know this stuff. The video footage is there. The evidence is in black and white. Once again, like I've told you, LeBron hasn't made an all-defensive team in his 30s. It's been a long time now, guys, because LeBron James is not consistently great on defense. So when we always hear people big up LeBron James for his defensive effort in the 2011 Eastern Conference Finals against Derrick Rose, to me, it's become completely overblown and overhyped. Because once again, like I say, they use this as an example to highlight LeBron James's greatness on defense. But really all that does is expose LeBron James and the reason why he's not considered an all-time great defensive player. And what did I tell you guys? Why? Because the lack of consistency by LeBron James being a great defensive player throughout his career. And in the playoffs that season, LeBron James may have been successful guarding Derrick Rose from time to time in the Eastern Conference Finals, hounding Derrick Rose. But Derrick Rose was in his 3rd NBA season. He won an MVP, the youngest MVP in the history of the game, right? 22 years old, right? In his 3rd season, he won an MVP. But you guys remember, oftentimes you'll hear the LeBron James fan club point to LeBron James being 22 years old in his first NBA Finals against the San Antonio Spurs as a reason why he performed so badly, right? Even though Bruce Bowen, old ass, was locking him up all in his chest, LeBron James didn't know what to do. Why? Because he doesn't have an overall offensive game. Couldn't get the space on a Bruce Bowen. He never had an outside jump shot, so he just couldn't respect from Bruce Bowen, right? So when we think about these things, and we think about LeBron James struggling on the defensive end to be consistent, it gets highlighted in that 2011 season. Because although LeBron James may have played tough against Derrick Rose, he didn't shut Derrick Rose down. Let's be real here. Derrick Rose averaged, I think, like 23, 24 points a game in the Eastern Conference Finals, and he averaged 25 points a game in the regular season. So he wasn't off of his regular season numbers so much, but let's be real also. Once again, it's LeBron James playing on his super team with guys like Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and others behind him picking up the slack, helping out, right? The Miami Heat were one of the top defensive teams, so were the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls were never known for their offensive prowess. Derrick Rose was essentially carrying that team offensively with guys like Carlos Boozer chipping in, right? You had guys like Joakim Noah, who's not known for his offensive game. He's known for the defense. Corey Brewer, the Luol Dangs. These are the players. They're known for defense, right? Coached by Tom Thibodeau, a defensive-minded coach. So the offensive game of the Chicago Bulls wasn't as advanced or intricate for a super team Miami Heat with all-time great players in their primes, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Chris Bosh. So really, what are we hyping up about? You had a 22-year-old Derrick Rose essentially going up against a super team in his third NBA season, and he still managed to have a pretty good series overall. Like I said, they didn't shut him down, but he made him work. They pestered, they hounded him. LeBron James, what? He took advantage, right? He's a front runner in that regard. Because when I highlight that LeBron James is not consistent, what happened the next round in the finals against the Dallas Mavericks and some veteran savvy players that were not going to fool for these tactics or, once again, have different kinds of games. Because Derrick Rose didn't have an outside jump shot to the degree of a guy like a Jason Terry or a J.J. Barea. Derrick Rose was known for using his speed and quickness and penetration skills to break down the defense and create, right? Finish at the rim, create off the dribble. These guys, at Jason Terry, at J.J. Barea, they were more known for being shooters, especially at Jason Terry. And if you remember in the finals against the Mavericks, LeBron James, they were literally staring him in his face and shooting it right in his face. Right in his face. And once again, LeBron James showing inconsistency on the defensive end, right? Because his struggles on the offense, his overall struggles, you guys remember in that finals, he struggled. He allowed those things to affect other areas of his game, which I've told you, Michael Jordan, other all-time greats, Larry Bird, some of these other players, Magic Johnson, right? Tim Duncan, Kobe. These players are not going to allow one aspect of their game to affect the other aspects. So as I've highlighted before in past videos, in 1996 in the NBA Finals, when Michael Jordan was quote-unquote struggling with the shooting touch, right? Shooting the basketball wise, what did he do? He decided to clamp down on a Gary Payton, lock down on a Hersey Hawkins, right? Hound and help out on a Sean Kemp, a Detlef Schrempf, right? Being that help defensive player, right? Driving into the paint, right? Putting pressure on the Sonics defense by forcing fouls, getting these guys in foul trouble, making them play defense. He found other ways to impact the game. Whereas LeBron James allowed his struggles on the offensive game on the offensive end in the NBA Finals to completely shut every other aspect of his game down. He couldn't lock up a Jason Terry in the NBA Finals, but they want to hype him up locking down a Derrick Rose in the Eastern Conference Finals? It doesn't add up. These are not two separate seasons. This is literally one round to the next. You win the one round in the Eastern Conference Finals, you're a great defensive player. You shut down the MVP, Derrick Rose. But in the next round, you get dogged out by Jason Terry, J.J. Barea, Jason Kidd, Sean Marion, Deshaun Stevenson. Everyone was taking a turn going at LeBron James on the defensive end. Go back and watch the series. No one ever talks about how Deshaun Stevenson was literally punking LeBron James in that finals. Literally talking trash to this man. Deshaun Stevenson? That's right. Those are the facts, y'all. Meanwhile, Michael Jordan's going nose to nose with Dennis Rodman, Xavier McDaniel, Bill Laimbeer, Patrick Ewing, Anthony Mason, Charles Oakley, Sidney Moncrief. I mean, my goodness. What are we talking about here? But they want you to believe that LeBron James is an all-time great or a great defensive player. Oh, LeBron James, great defense. He got robbed of the Defensive Player of the Year award. He got robbed of a Defensive Player of the Year award. Even though he's been playing for 20 seasons, he got robbed 1 year. 1 year he got robbed. All the other years, where was he at on the defensive end? He couldn't win a trophy in all those other seasons. But 1 year he got robbed. You see what I'm saying, guys? Makes no sense. Don't add up. The inconsistency of LeBron James. He's never been great because he's never been consistent. He's been good, but not great. That's the problem. Michael Jordan wasn't playing defense in one round and not the next round, or so-so here and okay there. No, because the effort was always there. The effort. Remember, most of defense is your want-to. You have to give the effort to play defense. That's the only way you can be good or great, is by giving the effort. But to be great, you must be consistent with that effort. And that's what a lot of players can't do. The all-time greats consistently gave that effort on the defensive end. And the great of the great players, the cream of the crop players, a very few gave that effort on both ends and were great on both ends. LeBron James has not been great on both ends. If you want to say he's been great on the offensive end throughout his career, okay. But on the defensive end, you guys know the deal. He's been good for some times, but he's been mediocre at best for most of his career, right? We think about, like I said, the man hasn't been an all-defensive team in his 30s. He's 39, y'all. Not even a second in this weak defensive era. In this weak defensive era. With the Rudy Goberts of the world. These are the best defensive players. You guys know the deal, man. Once again, I'm so tired of hearing about LeBron James locking up Derrick Rose in the 2011 NBA Eastern Conference Finals. And what they want to point to that is evidence of LeBron James being a great defensive player. Great defensive players are great consistently, especially when it matters most. Apparently, LeBron James should have saved that energy for the finals. But what happened, though? I told you guys, he was a front runner extraordinaire. And when the going got tough and when the heat went up, LeBron James couldn't take it. So he'll cough and laugh, make fun of Dirk Nowitzki when they're up 2-1. It's all a joke. He's a front runner. You guys probably remember that. I'm sick. I'm sick. He was making fun of Dirk. And remember, Dirk talked about that. And who got the last laugh? Because LeBron James was front running. And then all of a sudden, the Mavericks won the next game. And it was 2-2. And then all of a sudden, they won the next game. And it was 3-2. And LeBron James wasn't coughing anymore. He wasn't laughing anymore. And he could not shut down Jason Terry. And going into that next game, Magic Johnson uttered those most famous words. Can LeBron James stop Jason Terry? The man said that on national television. You tell me what all-time great player is going to have a problem defending Jason Terry to the point where the broadcasters are asking the question, if you can stop this man. But they want to tell us what he did against Derrick Rose in the Eastern Conference Finals against the 2011 Chicago Bulls. Who are the 2011 Chicago Bulls? Once again, I love Derrick Rose, man. And the injuries definitely derailed him. He would have been some nice competition in the Eastern Conference. We'll never know. But that team was literally Derrick Rose or bust. Derrick Rose or bust. They were all defensive-minded players. It wasn't just LeBron James. Once again, LeBron James on his super-duper Miami Heat team going against a 22-year-old, and they'll always tell us how old LeBron James was in the 2007 NBA Finals. Oh, LeBron James only 22 years old in the NBA Finals going against the San Antonio Spurs dynasty. So Derrick Rose was 22 years old going against the Miami Heat dynasty. The Miami Heat super team. Whatever you want to call it. Damn sure wasn't no damn dynasty. They were supposed to be a dynasty, though. Remember, not 5 or 6 or 7, 8. They were supposed to be a dynasty. Once again, another thing that LeBron James failed at. All my people in Miami, Chuck D, all my people out there, y'all still waiting on them rings. Y'all gonna give that man a statue out there? Everyone's getting statues now. Everyone's getting their jersey retired now. Punk ass LeBron James, though, don't want to play no defense. But they want to keep talking about 2011 Derrick Rose. I'm so tired of hearing about that. It's completely overhyped. Michael Jordan played defense for entire postseason runs. The entire runs. This man was out there getting ragdolled by Jason Terry. And this is no disrespect to Jason Terry. He's a solid veteran player. What I'm saying here is all of a sudden, when he went against some savvy players who wasn't going to fall for the okie dokes, he didn't have the bravado. Right? When they started pushing back, all of a sudden, you weren't the bully anymore. These guys weren't 22 years old. Jason Kidd, you ain't scaring him. Dirk Nowitzki, you think he was scared of LeBron James? They were not scared of the Miami Heat. Couldn't front run on them dudes. When you was trying to, it bit you in the butt. Getting dogged out there. LeBron James is fan talking about 2011 Derrick Rose, man. Get out of here, man. Whack. LeBron James will never be a great, all-time great defensive player. He was never great because he was never consistent. You must be consistent on the defensive end to be considered a great defensive player. This is why the man's got 6 all-defensive teams in 20 seasons. Has it sniffed one in his 30s. Those other ones are suspect at best. He shouldn't have made those all-defensive teams. Let's be real. As much as hype LeBron James gets, he still can't make an all-defensive team because he don't play defense and he don't play all 82 games. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.